What is going on, everybody? Persona 5X Overwatch 2 is very close around the corner. I figured I'd do a video trying to predict who's going to get the skins. Let's get this one out of the way. There's going to be like one of these correct out of all the characters in this game, right? For credentials, real quick. I've got 300 hours on Persona, right? I love this game to bits. I played a little bit of Strikers, but I couldn't really get behind it because the camera angle was really funky and all that sort of stuff. And I've been playing a lot of the gacha game, man, because I love gambling. Although I don't spend money, don't worry, unless you want me to. But yeah, it's been like 2 years since I've fully played through this game again, so my knowledge is going to be really, really rough, right? But yeah, I feel like this would be a fun video to just see how it goes, right? And I do have a bonus character at the end to talk about. Now, these are all the Fan of Thieves. You have all these characters here. I think 10 of these characters here are going to get skins. The two characters I'm going to, take out of here is obviously Freddy Fazbear and Flats, because they're in the spin-off games. They are beloved characters by the community, but I just simply think they won't be included. So you have Joker, Makoto, Kasumi, Futaba, Haru, Ryuji, Akechi, Yusuke, and Morgana. And I think these characters here that I've just named off are very likely going to be getting skins, because our last collaboration, Street Fighter 1, we managed to get 8 skins, right? So I think it could potentially happen. So here's my whole list, right? Now I have 3 choices for Joker, the main character of the game, right? His whole thing is that he wields a gun. That's the whole thing that people talk about whenever they talk about this character for some reason, right? So people's main idea is Cassidy as Joker. I personally do not see the vision on Cass at all. I guess they could give him this gun that he has from like the start of the game, the Tokarev or something like that. He also wields like a Desert Eagle later in the game and all that sort of stuff, right? Which, I guess could work, right? But my highest choice is Wooyoung. I feel like Wooyoung can really work. And I think it simply comes down to the hairstyle of the character. I look at poolside Wooyoung and I see this hairstyle here, and it's like, if this was colored black, I see the vision. I look at Joker's hair and I see almost a similar hairstyle color. Not hairstyle color, hairstyle style. What the hell? So I kind of see the vision there. I know obviously he doesn't have a pistol on him, right? But, the Street Fighter collaboration characters, I don't think, who am I thinking of? Sigma can... No. Chun-Li's from Mars, Oh, God, that was... Yeah, whatever. I'm not even going to bother doing an outtake for this, man. I'm just going to let this awkward moment just sit there. Anyways, moving on. And last but not least, I'm not trolling when I say this. I think Kiriko's also going to get it. Like, I'm not even trolling. There's a chance of it as well. And that's because if Morgana doesn't get a dedicated skin, then the fox for Kiriko could be Morgana, the little cat, right? And when she yells, she's like, let my persona guide you. And it's probably going to be the worst thing ever, but it'll be funny as hell. So, that's a possibility as well. And moving on, Morgana, however, if they do actually get a skin, it's probably going to be a free or epic skin for Hammond, right? Because Hammond has gotten an animal skin with the Cowboy Bebop collab before, Iron. So I think it could be something that happens, but more than likely, maybe it could be an actual just Kiriko's little fox or something like that, right? Now, Ryuji is kind of a, funky one, right? This is Ryuji, aka Skull. He's one of my favorite characters. Absolutely love it a bit. He carries around a little shotgun, lead pipe, all that sort of stuff, right? He's absolutely awesome. Great character. I don't know. Like, I kind of feel like I can't think of many characters this skin would go to, except Junkrat. Mainly it's probably just because of the blonde hair, but I simply just can't really think of many things else. I also think as well is because... Well, sorry, my other idea is because Ryuji's posture is terrible, and Junkrat's posture is also terrible. Like, Junkrat is like 6'7" or 6'8" or something like that, and he slouches. And if you've seen like, Ryuji's posture in game, he's kind of always slouching as well. I know that's not a good comparison or something like that, but I just feel like it's kind of funny in that aspect. Like, it could be a 1-for-1, like side by side. It actually looks, pretty funny. Now we have Panther, aka Aunt Takamaki, the absolute GOAT. Takamaki? Did I get that right? I don't remember anymore. Yeah, so we have her, right? She wears, she's like a panther, right? Panther suit, skin tight suit, all that sort of stuff. Carries around a whip. There's 2 characters I believe could be getting this one. Number 1 is Brig, because, I feel like this could happen because the Overwatch team loves to put Brig in, skin tight clothes and make her skinnier for some reason, even though she has big muscles. So that's a possibility. But the higher percent chance is, I think, Widowmaker, simply because they could reskin her grapple into, her whip, right? And that would work. Like, yeah, they can do the same for Brig. but simply because Widow wears like a very skin tight suit, it could simply work for her, right? Now, Yusuke is one of those characters that does carry a sword around, aka Fox, and it's more than likely going to go to Genji. My other take is that maybe Life Weaver gets one, only because they have talked about Life Weaver getting a collaboration skin a couple of months ago, and I don't know if that's for this collaboration or if that's for like a K-pop boy band collaboration coming up. I have no idea. I don't think, like, there's a 20% chance it goes to Life Weaver, but, you know, I feel like Genji's more than likely going to get it simply just because of the sword alone, right? And also, I think Genji will look pretty cute with the little fox ears, man. Now, Makoto's one of those ones I've been struggling a little bit with because, you know, unfortunately, someone has to move down a little bit to say hi. Now, this is Makoto, the Fist of Justice. She's awesome as well. Love this character. Now, Makoto's persona is a bike. Do you see where I'm going with this? That's right. Tracer. Tracer could honestly work for this one. But on the other hand, there's another character that also has a bike, apparently, and that's Kiriko. So it's a kind of battle between these two. My other takes that I was thinking of is maybe Ash or Brig for these ones. It's kind of a lot of people have been saying in the community, but I simply can't really think of something to give Bob, but I'll have to talk a little bit about that in the future, right? So right now, it's these two. I'm going to try and, like, hopefully keep it at, like, these two, right? Now we have Futaba, aka Oracle, which is, you know, she's a hacker, she's a gamer, right? And there's two characters I can really see for this one as well. Number one is Diva, and the second one is Sombra. I personally want to see Diva get the skin simply because I want to see how they would make her mech look. This is, you know, her first persona that she has in the game. Necronomicon. I probably butchered that like crazy, but it would be really cool to see if they do anything like this for a mech. But I feel like if they don't want to do anything like for the actual personas in game, they might just go with Sombra because, you know, they both do forms of hacking, all that sort of stuff. So it does kind of work in that aspect, right? Now, man, we're kind of speedrunning this, eh, man? God damn, this is like the fastest video I've ever made. Anyways, moving on, we have Haru, which she is voiced by Xanthi Huen, also known as Juno's voice actor. So a lot of people have been talking about this one in the community that potentially Juno could just straight up get this skin, right? But this character wields an axe. And this is also another one I've struggled a little bit as well, where I was thinking maybe Ash could get this skin. Or maybe even Jungle Queen could get this skin. I don't think Jungle Queen could get it because, but then again, the axe is there. It would be kind of cool to see the axe, you know, just their main weapon and all that sort of stuff. I feel like it'd be kind of cool. And obviously this is, you know, Haru's persona, right? I don't think this could work for Bob, but I think it would be absolutely sick if they could pull something like this off, right? But my two choices, honestly, is probably just going to be Jungle Queen and Juno, right? I don't know if even Haru will get a skin. We'll have to see how it goes, right? Now, for Kasumi, do I even have a picture of her up here? Oh, damn it, I forgot about her. Oh, no! So now we have Kasumi, right? Now, this is another one I've actually kind of been struggling to figure out as well because Kasumi's whole thing is, you know, ballet dancing, right? I think. Is that it? Is that right? So it turns out I'm an idiot, and I had to look it up on the wiki that Kasumi is a gymnast. So I'm an idiot. I'm sorry, guys. Now, this is one of those ones where I don't really know who could this go to, right? It's like if Brig gets the Arn skin, I can see Widowmaker getting this skin, right? If, you know, Kiriko gets the Makoto, or sorry, if Kiriko doesn't get any skins here, I see her getting, you know, this skin as well, right? Last but not least, if the Overwatch team really wants to lock in, they give it to Symmetra, right? Because she kind of does give off a bit of gymnast vibes, you know, ballet gymnast, yeah, all that sort of stuff, right? It's very much, you know, they're super flexible characters, right? But it's like, yeah, once again, it's like it could go to, you know, her. It could go to her. I don't know. I legitimately cannot figure this one out for the life of me, right? I simply cannot. Maybe even Doomfist. I'm just going to put Doomfist here. You know what? Because honestly, someone's going to skip to the end of the video and they're just... I'm going to leave them confused. Screw them, man. Yeah. And then last but not least is Akechi. Crow. You know, awesome character. Absolutely love him. I've got him right here in front of me. Awesome character. Love him, right? And I don't know about this one either. It's just like, I can't really think of much. It's like, yeah, you could maybe have Wu Young as this character instead or something like that. But now the only characters I could think of was like maybe Hanzo, maybe Reaper, for, you know, Akechi's second outfit he has like later in the game. I don't really know. Like, I simply cannot really figure it out. Maybe Baptiste, maybe Lucio, maybe Ramatra. I don't know. These are the, like, Kasumi and Akechi, the only two characters I've really struggled with. So, honestly, this is what's up for you guys, honestly, in the comments, is for you guys to figure out. Whatever. Last but not least, is is the bonus one. Now, if the Overwatch team cares about this character, they would do it. Now, obviously, you know, Arsene is like one of Joker's first personas that he has, right? And I think this skin would be absolutely sick if they gave it to Ramatra, or however I spelled it. I probably butchered that name bad, but it's like, this would be so cool for Ramatra. I don't know how he would make it work because he has a gigantic hat, but it'd be really cool if Ramatra goes into his Nemesis form and his big fists are just giant wings that he hits you with. That would be absolutely sick. Although I don't think Overwatch is going to do the actual persona forms themselves, simply because number one, they don't care about Ramatra, and number two, they're probably going to focus more on the actual Phantom Thieves themselves rather than the personas, right? But this is basically the whole list. Yeah, I wanted to kind of speedrun this video, get it over and done with, and just see how it goes. Well, honestly, you know, for people that are skipping to the end of the video, I'm just going to put Ramatra here, and then, yeah, we're going to call it a day. So if you've got ideas, I mean, let me know in the comments. We're going to see if we can get at least one of these right. If I manage to get 5 of these right, I don't know, I'll put $100 on Zenless Zone Zero. Who knows, man? Thanks for watching, guys. Quick video. This is great. It only took me like 6 or 7 takes to get this one right. See you later.